Okay, this is obviously the Les Paul. You've seen it in a few videos already. I just replaced the original pickups in it. Actually, they weren't original at the time that I replaced them, but I did just have a Gibson Dirty Fingers in it for a little while, a couple weeks, just until I got my new bare knuckle pickups. They are a VH2 set. So basically, it's a vintage hot set, which so I mean, it's got some character of like the vintage style humbuckers, like of the like 70s, 60s, and so on. But it's a little hotter than say like some of their other pickups, like the Mule that I have in my 335, stuff like that. It definitely does sound really good. It's definitely not as heavy as some of my other pickups, like the Stockholm and the Black Strat, or the Juggernaut and the Orange Strat. Even the Pile Driver and the Tully are hotter than this one. But this pickup, you can really push it pretty hard. I'll show you later with it being used with my Ibanez Tube Screamer. It can be pretty heavy. And if I'm going to be playing like certain covers, like if I'm planning on doing like some 4 Year Strong covers soon and stuff like that, I'll probably have the Tube Screamer on, just because it'll help drive it a bit more. Granted, with my Mesa, I don't really crank the gain with it. I do have it usually on like the modern setting, but I mean, I don't have a ton of gain. I mean, there is a good amount, but I mean, I don't think it's overdoing it. So I'm just going to run through like the different channels. Like I said, it is a calibrated set, so it's a VH2 in the bridge and in the neck. Couple things that I pointed out already on like the bare knuckle forum. Is very sensitive to pickup height, so right when I put it in, the pickup was a lot closer to the strings and it was a lot louder. It definitely sounded more on the modern side, which isn't really what I wanted. Also, it does react really nicely to the to like rolling off the volume a lot, which is something that Eddie Van Halen did a lot, which is kind of what these pickups are modeled after, some of like his early tones. So if you get something like this, I get it down to about half. Bring it up to about 6 or 7. It can be a lot easier than running over to your foot switch. Say like if you forgot that you had to change a part in a song, you just roll out the volume. So again, full volume. Some pickups just don't react very well to that. Like if I tried doing that on like a Seymour Duncan Invader, I mean, it could work okay, but it wouldn't sound as good. And I know I'm pretty sure I mentioned this before in one of my other videos. I did update the pots and the capacitors to bare knuckle pots and capacitors. So anyway, I'm just gonna go through the stuff like I said, and let me know what you think. Leave some comments and whatnot, and hopefully you like it, because I do. So I'm on channel 4 right now, which is my high gain. You already kind of heard me go through that, but I'll kick on the Tube Screamer so you can kind of hear what that's like. tube screamer off so you can get kind of the just the channel 4 with the neck pickup. You might not notice like a huge difference, but it definitely tightens it up a bit when I have that on, and it gives it like a little bit more of a push. This is in the middle. Gone out of tune just a tiny bit. Some new strings still on here. Sounds good. This is channel 3. It's a little bit less gain. It's the vintage setting on the amp. This is, I believe, my British setting. Yeah. It's another one that's kind of in the middle, between like a really heavy gain and like a cleaner sound. Still on the neck pickup, by the way. And lastly, just the normal clean setting. I know it's not like a Fender clean or like a Vox type of clean, but I mean it's still pretty damn clean. So. Here's the middle pickup selector. Alright, so that's pretty much all I really got. So, I mean, if you got any questions, like I said, leave them below. I mean, I don't know everything about these pickups yet. I've only had them for a couple hours, but I definitely do like the way they sound. Like I said, it's definitely a bit different from the pickups that I usually use. It's definitely a little closer to the 335, but it's just a little easier at getting overdriven and push, so it does kind of sound more modern. So that's pretty much it. So thanks for watching, and I will see you later.